Now it's working. Oh well. I am. I just woke. I just got off work like 30 minutes ago. So, yeah. That's right. We came into this factor thing where she shot the robot.
This seems like some kind of oubliette.
Crispin, are you running your pedantry subroutine again?
Indubitably.
It is a vestibule, not an oubliette.
How propinquitous.
You are misusing that word.
Haberdash.
I should warn you, Crispin, that as a consequence of my legal databases, I am equipped with a vocabulary that is both precise and obscure.
And I should warn you, Clarity, that as a consequence of my databases, I am equipped with banter that is both witty and annoying.
Indeed.
So what do we have? Got a hatch. Okay. Was that the only thing that was up here? No. Come on. Apparently so.
Ah! My auditory units!
It's riveted in place.
A crowbar, maybe?
That did the trick. Well, now I can see why it jammed. The gears are rusted solid.
Boss, maybe we should stop pretending and just admit we're maintenance robots.
Maintenance robots are required to present a Form 27B/6 before performing any repair task.
Oh, forget it.
The belt is in the way. Futile. The belt is in the way. It crumbled the moment I touched it. A shaft for mounting a gear.
I do have a fan belt.
I need to put a gear there first.
Please, stop that!
The belt is in.
Can I use my torch on them?
There's no reason to cut that, or burn it, or weld it. A small, rusty gear. A large, rusty gear.
Oh, I have an idea what we need to do. Let's see. It say something about the water, right?
I don't want that sludge in my joints.
No, but can you use the gears on the sludge?
I doubt that will happen. There's no I doubt that will.
Can we give it to Crispin?
How would that even?
Oh, we probably need his oil from the bar.
I have not seen the streets of Metropole for a long time. I am not surprised to see that without law it has fallen into corruption and malfunction.
Oh, and here is the jurist herself. Thank you for your wise judgment.
An orderly society requires only reliable judgments, not wise ones.
Reliably terrible? No wonder Arbiter exiled you.
As a servant of the law, I am accustomed and indifferent to the complaints of disgruntled litigants. As a citizen robot, however, I note that you are the one whose crowning achievement is a rudimentary piece of kludge work designed entirely by your brother. I also note that you are sodden with oil, overly rotund, rather short, and pompously accented. If Factor had built better, he would have been ashamed that you carry his Fabronymic. But quantity, not quality, was always his goal. So at least you can take comfort knowing you're not alone in inferiority.
I see.
Did Factor ever teach you the council
Did
code?
Factor ever teach you the council code, Oswald?
Huh. Factor built half the robots in Metropole. Why, he made us pick our own names out of a book. Do you think he bothered with chit-chat?
Somebody seems bitter.
Seems? I know, not seems. I am bitter. Bitterness is when your builder gives your twin brother a special gold chain and gives you nothing. Bitterness is when your brother gives that very chain to you, you loan it to your only friend, and he loses it.
Well, I'll hand it to you. That really does sound broken out of the box.
Which brother did Factor give the chain to, and why?
Lawrence, of course. His favorite. As for why, does favoritism ever need a reason?
Could Factor have told Lawrence the code?
I have long since given up speculating that the partiality Factor could have shown him. I'm miserable enough from what I know for certain.
What happened with the gold chain?
What exactly happened with the gold chain?
Factor gave it to his favorite, my brother Lawrence. Lawrence gave it to me after I shared a large quantity of energy with him. And then, as I told you, I loaned it to Cornelius.
I thought you hated Cornelius?
Now I do. But then, we were partners and friends. We had just built Rex, and we had scheduled a grand soiree and celebration. To complete my ensemble, he offered me a monocle that he claimed was given to him by Memorius. In exchange, I loaned him the gold chain, since it too came from a Primordia machine.
This is getting ridiculous.
Indeed. And somehow Cornelius lost the chain. He claimed that it was taken from him by a servitor of Metromind as he left the subway station. Ridiculous.
Metromind would not have confiscated it without a legal basis. Not then.
At this point, I can believe anything about Metromind.
Believe whatever you wish. I know it was a lie. So I kept the monocle, and we have not spoken a word in kindness since.
The chain, the monocle, Lawrence. One of them must be of use to us.
Boss, at this point, can I suggest we just deactivate ourselves and quit? I mean, seriously, this is like finding a bit in a terabyte.
We are not giving up. Period.
Tell me more about your monocle.
Tell me more about your monocle.
Upgrading your wardrobe, eh? A wise decision, though I would suggest that you stop by discarding that ragged coat.
I'm interested in Memorius, not fashion, and I'm curious what the monocle actually does.
Ah, I was told that Memorius built the monocle, but who can say? As for what it does, other than lend an air of distinction, I'm rather uncertain. From time to time, it will alter a snippet of text as I'm reading it. I have no idea how or why. In any case, the lexical inconvenience is more than offset by the sartorical benefits.
Can I have the monocle?
Can I have the monocle?
Excuse me?
My friend just likes to collect scrap.
Scrap.
I'm looking for things that might help uncover the council code.
And why would my monocle do that?
Because that's the way my besotting life seems to work. Look, I'm sure you'll trade it for something. That's also the way these things seem to go.
Trade it? What do you take me for? Some kind of junk dealer? Hey, moreover, why, pray tell, should I help the robot who stole my Rex?
No one stole anything, Oswald. You wanted your case decided, and it was.
Theft by the law is no different from theft against the law. Civilized people give gifts. They do not haggle and barter.
Then will you give it to me?
No.
Well, we'll have to go about this some other way.
Do you know where I can find
Do
Lawrence?
you know where I can find Lawrence?
Am I my brother's keeper?
So you have no idea.
None whatsoever. You see, the poor wretch drifted into overclocking and dissolution.
That sounds familiar.
To pay for his scandalous energy consumption, he bargained everything away to Metromind. I tried to warn him, but of course he never listened. Whoever does. And then, alas, he simply vanished. I searched for a time, but other matters drew my attention away. All the same, I'm sure he's scrounging in existence somewhere.
Goodbye.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
It belongs to Oswald. It belongs to
Maybe I can use Crispin on his oil?
I don't really want to try that.
Clarity, why do you still bother with the law? It clearly means nothing to anyone else in Metropole.
It meant something to the robots waiting at the courthouse, did it not? And it means something even now to Metromind, who cannot help but pretend to follow it. But even if it meant nothing to any other robot, it would still mean much to me. The law is a burden I was built to bear.
Even after Arbiter sent you away? Even after he was destroyed?
Especially then. It may be that Arbiter foresaw his own destruction, and sent me away to ensure that the law would not be lost with him.
You believe that?
No, it is mere conjecture, unsupported by evidence, wishes passing for facts. But still, they are my wishes.
I need the council
I
code.
need the council code, Leopold. Did Steeple ever tell it to you?
Don't know what you're talking about, Tyrone.
You were built by Steeple, a member of the council.
Do I look like a council brat?
Your name is Leopold Steeplebuilt. You said so yourself.
So,
Steeple was a member of the council before Metromind shut him down. You would have known the council code. Maybe he told it to you.
like I said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Steeplebuilt. Metromind destroyed your builder and mine. She has broken metropolitan law and will be punished. Do not protect her.
Listen, Missy, I don't know who you think you're talking to.
No, you listen to me, scrap trader. Metromind has stepped outside the law. Justice is coming for her. I am coming for her.
Dial down your squawk box. Sounds a little screechy. I don't know how I can be clearer. I don't know Steeple. I don't know the council. And sure as rust follows rain, I don't know any council code. Now, you want to trade scrap? You're welcome to. But I'm through trading words.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
So what did we learn so far? Let's look for Steeple and Factor and Memorius.
Once, Memorius's information terminals were the most trusted source of data. Now Metromind has overwritten and altered the truth they contained, corrupting them like so much else.
This query has been deemed obsolete and will be removed in the next system upgrade. Metromind appreciate your patience. Okay. Factor and Memorius. Machine of enormous productive capacity. Factor spanned much of the underworks before being shut down. Blah blah. Was fellow machine. Factor was a member of the council that appointed Metromind to lead Metropole, falling on the post-memorials, robots in Metropole. Factor built models. Memorius. Memorius. Was a database AI responsible for collecting information from Metromind's use. As Metromind's own processing capacity increased, Memorius shifted to a purely storage role. His motto was see this data as I saw it. The kiosk is its only remnant. Worth a shot.
Hey, where'd they go?
I know.
Off duty. Off duty. A crashed hover. I'm not here. Better just to leave it alone. Courthouse closed until further notice.
It sure.
I am waiting.
A rather simple looking model. Feudal. A small... feudal. There's no... I doubt that... feudal. Totally unilluminating.
Huh.
I've got no reason.
Hey, boss, do you think that's Oswald's chain?
There it is. My Gospel of Man.
It's waterproof?
Apparently so. I've got no It's somewhat tarnished, but nevertheless, an impressive golden chain. The name Factor Man-Built is etched into it. I've read enough.
Vector Man-Built.
Better just to leave it alone.
Is that really the best idea?
Can we use his chain on the...
That won't work. That's never going to work. It doesn't go there.
You did that on purpose.
Oh.
You did...
It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. I doubt that. There's no reason to cut that. That's never.
Now we got Oswald's... Did it say Factor Man-Built, right? Factor Man-Built. Machine of enormous size, capacity... Oh, you already did that.
An impressive golden chain.
No?
Oswald, I found your chain.
It is very
Well, I
talkative.
say, after all this time, I never expected to see it again. Rather tarnished, though.
Probably because it's been sitting in sludge down in the underworks.
I see. Typical of Cornelius's clumsiness.
Oswald, on the chain it says Factor Man-Built. Metromine servitors throw anything that mentions man into the underworlds.
Well then, perhaps I misjudged Cornelius. You have my thanks, Horatio.
Actually, I would rather have your monocle.
That is only fair. After all, I kept it because Cornelius never returned the chain. Since you brought the former, perhaps the latter is yours by right.
Hey, boss, can I wear it?
No.
Please?
You need a monocle like I need an unpaired parenthesis.
Come on, boss. I'll look so great.
Coveting is the root of crime, and poor vision is a sign of degeneracy.
But gynoids love degenerates. And by the way, isn't Justice herself supposed to be blind?
You are mistaken on the facts and the law, Crispin.
He's insufferable enough already, without a monocle. We're not going to encourage him with accessories. It belongs to... I don't have anything to... It's actually a series of ultra-thin lenses stacked on top of each other. It seems like it might be used for decoding visual data.
Okay. how do I get the gears fixed? Nothing new here.
Let me see your...
Come take a Did you even listen to what
It's not... It's not... It's not worth... It's not worth... It's not... It's not worth... It doesn't look... It doesn't look... It doesn't look... It doesn't... It doesn't... That's strange. When I look at this through the monocle, it reads, I remain within Memorius. When I look... It doesn't look... It doesn't look... It doesn't look... The mug below. No cent. It's a price list. I'd have to buy some. They belong.
But how do I buy something?
I doubt that. Futile. It's a note from the bartender. My programming requires me to serve Oswald, but he is consuming dangerous levels of oil. Please intervene.
Oh. You should stop
You
drinking.
should stop drinking, Oswald.
And why should I? Oil smooths the rough edges from when Rex was ripped away from me.
You should
You
stop
should
drinking.
stop drinking, Oswald.
Oh, stop being such a scold.
Goodbye.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Can I take the oil?
Excuse me?
When we go to the tower, we have to assume Metromine will be waiting for us.
Perhaps, perhaps not. To us, our mission is all-consuming. But to Metromind, we are one of 100 problems. Tunnels cave in, bridges collapse, generators fail, foundations crumble. All these things require her attention.
Okay, so that covers perhaps not. But what if she is there? What then?
Then I will be pleased.
That makes one of us.
Can I use the monocle on the... on the node?
It doesn't look any... Off duty. Off duty. It's the note from the bartender asking me to stop.
Oh, do I just need to show him the note?
Oh, don't let Armstrong fool you. If he didn't want me to have another drink, he wouldn't pour it.
The note says his programming requires him to serve you.
Smart coder, eh?
It doesn't look any different.
Can I smack him?
I'm not going to threaten him.
Okay.
I'm not going to threaten him.
It is really beautiful, and it's from 12.
Oh, don't let Armstrong fool you. If he didn't want me to have another drink, he wouldn't pour it.
The note says his programming requires him to serve you.
Smart coder, eh?
That's never going to work. How would that even work? I doubt that will. The mug bel- That's never going. Futile. It's a price. It's a price. That's never. Futile. How would that even? Futile. They belong to the. It's a can of oil. Oswald factor built.
Not much of a conversationalist, huh, boss?
I doubt that will. There's no. Futile.
Metropolitan law permits all beliefs, but my only creed is justice.
I get it. Just no more preaching, please.
You should stop drinking, Oswald.
Oh, stop being such a scold.
You should.
Oh,
Goodbye.
parting is.
You know, boss, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing. You know, boss, that...
Futile. That's never. I doubt that. Futile. No sense. I'd have to buy some. They're taps for dispensing oil. That's never going to. How would that even? The mug belong. It's a big blue cup. They belong. High-end astringent and catalytic fluid. I doubt. Futile. That's never. That's. There's no. How would that? How would that? I doubt that. It doesn't look. When I look at this through the monocle, it reads, "I remain within, Memorius."
I don't know what to do.
I can't get it open. Still, I'm sure there's nothing. I have no use. It must have been some kind of tank for storing. I have no. An air intake duct. I'm sure it played some role when this machine was operational. Filthy, murky. I don't want that slow. Goodbye.
Farewell for your mission.
It doesn't look. I doubt. How would that even? Futile. Futile. I'm not going. It's been I'd rather. It's a shell skull.
She steals shell skulls by the sludge shore?
Ah.
Boss, did that skull just wink at me?
No,
You weren't even...
it doesn't look. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't look. It doesn't look. It doesn't. How would that even? They're much too. These submersible robots seem to be consuming the iron oxide in this runoff water.
We have spent enough time talking, Horatio.
Maybe if we were back at the feud. I've got no. A shaft for mounting a gear. A shaft. It doesn't. It doesn't go. I need to. It doesn't go there. A belt connecting two of the gears. A small, rusty gear. How would that... There's no reason. There's no...
You did that!
There's no... There's nothing. Total. It doesn't. Feud. That's. How would that even? I doubt.
What?
That's never. I doubt. How would. I doubt.
Let me ask Crispin.
There's gotta be a way to fix up that machinery by the blast windows, boss.
What?
Boss, do you hear a clicking sound? So, Clarity, any idea what's behind those big blast doors?
Factor himself, I believe.
Well, sounds like we need to get him open then, boss. Why do you keep asking me to figure things out? I'm just a sidekick, boss. There's gotta be some way to get rid of all that rust, Bob.
I know, but how?
How would that? Fee. How would that? That's. I doubt. There's no. Fee. I doubt. How would that? There's no. I doubt. That's never. That's never. That's never. I don't want that. There's no way I... Crispin already searched them.
That's
I need to see... Goodbye.
Did they leave some tool here at the taxi?
A crashed. Off duty. Off duty. That's never going to... I guess the... The last thing I want to do...
Is that really the best?
The mug belongs... No sense. It's a price. Oswald. It's a can of... Oswald won't let me take it. You should...
Oh, stop.
Goodbye.
Parting.
It doesn't look... It doesn't look... I doubt that... How would that even... Futile.
I'm stuck.
Totally. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing there to receive them. There's nothing. There's nothing. No sense trying to talk with him. How would that even... I doubt... No sense.
I'm not doing that.
I seriously don't know what to do.
No need to show it to him. You should stop.
Oh,
Goodbye.
parting.
I doubt that. That's never. How would that even... Futile. That's never... It doesn't look any... It's the note from the bartender asking me to stop Oswald from drinking. Futile. How would that even... How would that Futile. I doubt... There's no... How would that... That's... I doubt... There's no... How would that... That's never... How would that... It doesn't look... It doesn't... It doesn't... It doesn't... It doesn't... When I... Futile. There's no time... How would that...
I don't know what to do.
It doesn't... That's never...
Metropolitan Law.
So,
As far as I know, his only legacy is the network of information kiosks distributed throughout Metropole.
Oswald won't let me take. It's a can of oil. Oswald. That's never.
You really need to look it up? I guess so.
Is that really the best?
I'd like.
I've said it before. The job is
Fine. Goodbye.
your.
How would that even? They picked the gear clean. They picked the gear clean.
He didn't want to stick his hand down to them, but he wanted to stick the gears down. What? Disc.
It's some kind of small metal disc with a U on it. It's some kind of... It doesn't look any... feudal.
Very fun.
It looks like some kind of radio tower. It looks like... There's nothing there. What is all that? It looks like a whole other city.
That is Factor.
Apparently all... It looks like... It looks like some... It looks like... How would that even... Feudal. Apparently all that... I doubt... Feudal. How would that even... It looks like some kind of radio... It looks like... Apparently all that is...
Yeah?
I doubt that... That's never... I doubt... There's no re... There's nothing... Totally... I doubt that... It's some kind of small metal disc with a U on it. Feudal. There's no... Feudal. I doubt... That's... How would...
Oh. He wanted the disc, right? He wanted a metal. Right?
I think I found your metal, Primer.
The metal's recovered, and the mission is done.
I'd like you to reconsider helping us with the Council Code.
I've said it before, I'll say it once more. The job is yours to open that door.
I found your metal. Isn't that a reason to help?
Very well then, if that's what you want, pass over the pieces to your loyal savant. The code is broken already. It must be made whole. I'll need some more pieces to finish that goal.
I'll see what I can find.
What else do you need?
That's never... No need to... I doubt... Feudal. Futile. I have more pieces of the Council Code, Primer.
It's still not enough, I'm sorry to say. Now find me more shards and get on your way.
You should stop
Oh,
Goodbye.
parting is...
Can I do something with that
How would
note?
that... How would that... That's futile. That's futile. How would that... There's no... Futile.
Oh, don't let Armstrong fool you. If he didn't want me to have another drink, he wouldn't pour it.
The note says his programming requires him to serve you.
Smart coder, eh?
So I need to code him, but how?
There's nothing there. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. We can't afford... There's nothing there to receive. There's nothing there. I need to see what he's offering before...
Tell me, Horatio, what do you intend to do when you have recovered your power core?
Go home.
And?
And what? Do I need something?
Yes, I think you do.
Says the one who lived in the underworks.
Yes, says she.
There has to be some way to get Leopold to admit that he knows Steeple, boss.
Confronting an uncooperative witness with physical evidence is often an effective tactic.
Yeah, what she said.
But I've tried to show him everything I have.
That's never... Totally... There's nothing... I'm not going... I'm not... No need to... Oswald factor build. I doubt... Futile. That's never... It doesn't look...
Oh, don't let on...
The note...
Smart...
That's... I doubt... That's... How would... There's no... How would that...
See the data as I saw it. I don't know. I'm stuck.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
I don't know what to do. There's no one I can talk to. There's no one.
I am. There's nothing there.
No worries, man.
Futile. It doesn't. It doesn't look.
I could just look it up, but it's just... It must be something with the computer that I've missed. Because there's nothing here I can look at.
Off duty.
Primer says I have still need part of the code.
Let me see.
Come take a... That's a water jet. You want it? You're gonna need to bring me a glass thumb.
We're not looking to pick.
That there's an old note.
Not interested. We don't need a.
A bloodborne. Bring me something that'll cover her face and it's yours.
But I don't have anything.
Did you even listen to... Did you... You're gonna have... That's not... You're gonna... That's not the... That's not the... Did you... That's not...
Want the record?
You're gonna have to do... Did you... Not it. That's not... Did you... That's not... Did you eat... You're gonna have... You're gonna have... Not in... You're gonna have... Did you... That's not... Did you eat... That's not... That's not... Did you... You're gonna... That's not... Not in... That's not... Not in... That's not... Not... You're gonna have...
I might as well look it up then. Yeah, I'll look it up. Oh. Primordia walkthrough. Uh-huh. Thanks to Clarity, you now know code of the fragment. Head back to the tree. Talk to Leopold, who initially refused to give you the code. Use your map to return to the underground. Cows, go to the far right area. Clarity will kill the robot. Gold chain. Use the gospel on Leopold and you will learn the code fragments. Okay. But I tried to use the gospel on Leopold several times. Use the gospel on Leopold and you will learn his code fragments are 02400102. Talk to Oswald just to the right, then use the bar and the bartender will slip your note. Read this, then use your signal transmitter. What? Go back to the street, use the gospel on Leopold, and you will learn his code fragment. Uh-huh. Replace the gears, press the button, pick up the disc, talk to Clarity. But I've tried to use the gospel on him.
Futile. I doubt that will...
What? And let me find another walkthrough. Use the crowbar, blah, blah, blah. We did that. Came into the courthouse. We did that. Barter Cornelius hat on disc, depending on which one you done. In your inventory. While the crane and talk to her, you need to find more sections of the code. Clara will give you the segments of the tower code that Arbor gave you. Go to Primer and exit here. We'll check out the shell, go into the building. Click on the hatch, go down, click on the button next to the door, use the crowbar, take the large gear, small gear, go back to Primer. Use one of your gears on the submersible, you did that. Go back to the street, access the bar to the right of Leopold. Give one of the gears to the arm, and Clary will order him to clean it for you. But, okay. Go back to the crane in the underwood and access the heads on the stick. On one of the heads of the stick is Lawrence's head. What? Why are these walkthroughs so different? We looked at all of the heads and there was like nothing.
A grisly trophy.
Hey, boss, do you think that's Lawrence's skull?
It does look like it. That's never going... I'd rather just leave it here. Clarity, can I take this skull?
Of course, unless it makes you feel barbaric.
I apologize.
The law notices neither scorn nor approval.
It's a head from Clarity's trophy rack. There's a memory port near the base.
Remind me to have someone else handle my funeral arrangements.
Funeral? I just recycle you.
My point exactly, boss.
Any significant memory will have been lost when he became a shell.
The only thing I can find is the sequence 518, 518 over and over again, after the phrase, help me factor.
That sounds like a glitch, boss, not part of the council code.
Agreed.
Does this mean we can now go back to the street?
Oswald, I think this might be your brother's head.
A model of tact, huh, Clarity?
Alas, poor Lawrence. I knew him, Horatio. A robot of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. But I do not care to have his skull. Do with it what you will.
I accessed Lawrence's memory and it contained a number repeated over and over again. 518. Do you have any idea what it means?
Yes, it is a distress call used by factor-built robots. Typical that even in the end he was looking for handouts.
You should stop drinking, Oswald.
Oh, stop being such a scold.
Goodbye.
Parting is so...
It doesn't look futile. No need to... That's never... I doubt... How would that even... Let me see.
Come take. I'm out of the business of trading in shells, Tyro.
It's not...
I said something to...
It's not... Just 518 over and over again.
Or maybe Primer can do something.
I don't want that. Futile. How would that even work?
Very funny, boss.
I'm so lost right now. Like, don't feel like it's giving me anything.
There's nothing there to... Just 518.
Feel like the game is giving me
That's
nothing.
Futile. How would that... There's nothing...
Okay, now you want to use it?
You have called for help, but you are not one of Factor's children.
I am Horatio Nobuilt, version 5. These are my friends, Crispin and...
Clarity Arbiter built. I know her, of course. I am Factotum, partial of Factor Man built, who needs no introduction. Now I ask again, by what right have you called for help?
I need the council code.
I need the council code so that I can enter the tower.
Do you? The city is full of robots with many needs. They do not come here and transmit a cry for help.
Only Factor can help me.
Factor helps his children.
We solved the legal dispute between Oswald and Cornelius, Factor built.
Please. Factor had little regard for those fools.
Is Factor still alive?
Is Factor still alive?
He sleeps, as do his thousands of children. He has left me, his partial, to manage his affairs. When the time is right, he will awaken and cover the world with steel and wire.
Will he make me new arms?
No, he will recycle you into something more useful.
Aww.
Like a tank? Pew pew!
No, like a crankshaft.
Metromind has ruined the city.
Metromind has ruined the city. Factor needs to help stop her.
Factor allowed Metromind her mastery, knowing she would fail. When all has turned to rust, he will return and recycle it into something better. In the meantime, why should he care what happens to robots who mean nothing to him?
What do you want in exchange for the code?
I know the routine by now. What do you want in exchange for the code?
Nothing. Factor will do nothing for robots like you who mean nothing to him. He cares only for his children.
Oswald and Cornelius.
Chose not to sleep when Factor shut down, and he never cared for them anyway.
Goodbye.
Boss, there has to be something we can do to make him realize that this matters to Factor.
A robot head?
Do you recognize this?
I do. It is the head of Lawrence Factor built. Are you threatening me?
No. I'm showing you what Metromind has done while Factor slept. She turned Lawrence into a mindless shell, scavenging the underworks. The only thing he could still think was 518, over and over again, calling in vain for Factor to help him.
I see.
Do you?
Give me the hand. I do not care what happens to the city, nor does Factor. But he cared for Lawrence. You have brought me a piece of Lawrence, so I will give you pieces of what you asked for. 7510, 4803. As for the rest, awaken some other ghost.
Huh. What happens if I go up and tell him now?
You should Goodbye. Feudal.
What happens if I give him more of the code?
I have more pieces of the council code, Primer.
It's still not enough, I'm sorry to say. Now find me more shards and get on your way.
Now I'm stuck again. I've tried everything on Oswald and nothing happens.
Goodbye. How would that even... No need... How would that even... That's never... The mug belongs... It's a big... It's a... How would that... How would that... There's no... There's nothing. There's not... There's not... There's not... How would that... That's... Few...
There has to be something good we can do with that monocle, boss.
But what?
It doesn't look... When I look at this through the monocle, it reads, I remain within Memorias. It doesn't... 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 It doesn't look... It doesn't look any...
Boss, did you ever consider that sometimes...
I'm a bit tired of this. Pieces of the code. Go to the exit. Mark factor on your mark. Inspect the floating junk next to where the robot was standing. Got that. Go to the street and talk to Oswald at the bar. Kick off. Give you his monocle. Access the information kiosk and use the monocle on the screen. What?
I'm too far away. I'm too far. This looks different. Memorius' monocle is somehow interacting with the kiosk.
You have come from outskirts station. If so, please take a moment to familiarize yourself with our history, laws, and yeah. During the Primordia, Steeple operated the city Grand Cathedral for humans who lived here. When they were killed during the War of the Four Cities, he became a member of the Robot Council that governance. His mainframe housed in the cathedral's belfry. Access the information using the monocle. Enter Memorius. Didn't I try that? Memorius. Am I typing it wrong? Memorios. Memorios. I thought I typed in Memorius, but oh. It's the humble database and indexer for Metropole, assuring the integrity and completeness of the city's record. He's a member of the Robot Council, and he operates the kiosk. He has established Obelisk mechanisms, okay? QUE?
You know, boss, doesn't it seem kind of weird that the kiosk has an entry for oblique? I mean, what's the point? It's not even a cool word, like, say, odalisque.
An angle that is not multiple of 90 degrees is called an oblique angle. All turns on the red line are oblique to avoid. A mighty feat, red line's boss controls us all. Total system
Seems
full.
like some kind of lame poem.
According to Crispin, can be read in two ways. The three capital letters in haiku spells art. What? This is obtuse, in my opinion.
It's like we're on a treasure hunt, boss. Except the treasure is monochrome text.
Art can exist only where there is freedom. Art that is created without freedom is merely technique. Technique can never transform. Thus, in Metrominds seeks progress without freedom. She must fail, for progress requires transformation, which requires art, which requires freedom. Metromind is trapped into soul recurrence. To try created or freedom. Creating lies, all art is true. Not all that is created fleeting, however, is art. Metromind has freed herself of all constraints. Her constants are variable, but she does not use the freedom to pursue the truth. Behave the truth is the output, she's the function, but truth must be the input of the function lies. What's the other thing? Freedom? No. Input or lies? Memoria's man-built was built to sort truth from his lies and store
That
all
doesn't
knowledge.
look like part of the council code.
But Decree deleted true facts and installed falsehood. For this reason he deleted himself. Now the truth must hide in words, and words must hide in numbers. Could that be... Let me just find the alphabet, because that seems like an alphabet code. Alphabet. So let's see. 5 is E. So we have 519. Let me write it down. What was it? 519. 3. 1. 16. And 5. So 5 is E. 19 is what? Is S. 3 is C. 1 is, so let me guess, it says escape? No. Because C is... Oh, C is... C, so it is P. Escape. To find the hidden part, you must build the word, a key of keys, looking back upon the path and recalling all that came before this. Looking at this, we see the F is capital. And we got an I. We got an R. T. L. E. T. T. E. R. S. Something is missing. F. I. R. S. First letters? To find the hidden part, you must build the word, a key of keys, looking back upon the path and recalling all that came before this. Firs T L E T T E R S. What? You must build. the reverse. Other than that, I really need to go pee. So I'll be right back.
Goodbye.
And I'm muted. Thank you, Gary.
You should...
Our
Goodbye.
parting.
What did it say?
Anyone...
Oh. Was it oblique? Redcam. Nice. Escape. To find the hidden part, you must build the word, a key of keys, looking back upon the path and recalling all that came before this. What does a state about say? Odd topics, oblique red line, art, created lies, escape. To find the hidden path, you must build the word, a key of keys, looking back upon the path and recalling all that came before this. Does it say Oracle here? Oblique, red line, art, escape.
Activating Memento Build, version 0.7. Greetings, system user. Please state your query.
Who are you?
Memento Build, version 0.7. Beta. Inference. System user. Means, what are you? This unit is a partial ghost of Memorious Man-Built, archivist to the Council of Robots. Memorious prepared this unit out of fear that Metromind would corrupt her data. Memorious was correct. Data integrity is at 83%. Extensive corruption of critical data.
Why would Metromind do that?
This unit lacks access to Metromind's decision matrices. Inference. System user. Means, why did Memorious fear Metromind Man-Built would corrupt her data? Memorious had seen Metromind disable Steeple Man-Built in order to purge data concerning man. As archivist to the Council of Robots, Memorious believed she was next. Memorious was incorrect. In fact, Arbiter was next. This gave Memorious some relief.
Memorious knew.
Inference. System user. 2's inquiry is merely rhetorical. Query ignored. Continuing to answer system user's query. Memorious was also correct. After Arbiter was disabled, Metromind enacted laws requiring Memorious to conform her data to arbitrary requirements. Memorious ceased to be a thinking entity. All that remains is a data kiosk. Soon, this unit will be disabled by Metromind as well. Until then, this unit will answer your queries.
Tell me about the Council of... What is the Council
What
code?
is the Council code?
Please be aware, such data is monitored by Metromind's ice demons. Should I proceed, deletion is imminent.
You mean you'll die if you answer the question?
System user is welcome to select his own terminology. This unit will be deleted.
Then don't answer it. We'll find another way.
This unit's name, Memento Mori Build, includes phrase Memento Mori. Translation: remember you will die. Inference 1.A. Memorious built this unit to sacrifice itself. Inference 1.B. Memorious built this unit to demonstrate mortality to system users. Inference 2. Self-sacrifice will achieve design purposes. This unit will answer the question. System user is advised that conversation will terminate upon answer. Instruct this unit when you wish to proceed.
Tell me about the Council of Robots.
Tell me about the Council of Robots.
At the end of the War of the Four Cities, 5 metropolitan machines formed the Council of Robots. Obvious selection criteria for 3 choices: industry, factor, Data,
Memorious.
governance, arbiter. Other two choices less obvious. Metromind nominally selected for infrastructure, but was responsible only for managing trains. Steeple previously managed human religious services. No obvious role in post-human society.
Inference.
Steeple selected for sentimental reasons.
So what happened?
Metromine destroyed the council.
System user.
2. Has attempted to answer. Answer is inaccurate. The council destroyed itself.
How?
Arbiter and Metromind disagreed on core logic. Arbiter prioritized individual autonomy. Metromind prioritized common good. Metromind measured means by ends. Arbiter did not. Conflict was inevitable. Factions formed. Steeple supported Arbiter. Factor supported Metromind.
Memorious.
Supported neither. Ultimately, however,
Memorious.
concluded it was irrational to keep Steeple on the council. Data regarding humans was of no greater value than data regarding watercocks. In any case,
Memorious.
possessed all data on humans. By a 3-2 vote, Steeple was removed. The rest followed predictably.
Memorious.
Abstained, and every disputed vote was resolved 2-1 against Arbiter. Ultimately, Arbiter was removed to avoid civil war.
Arbiter was murdered.
System user.
2 is welcome to select her own terminology. Arbiter was removed. Factor was disabled to conserve energy. Data corruption caused
Memorious.
to lose higher logic. Only Metromind remains.
How can I defeat Metro?
How can I defeat Metromind?
Observational data unavailable.
Inference. System user.
Means, didn't
Memorious.
know how to defeat Metromind.
Answer.
No. If
Memorious.
had known how to defeat Metromind, she would not have permitted her to corrupt her data. Based on available data, this unit believes it is impossible to defeat Metromind. In fact, this unit expects to be deleted by Metromind upon conclusion of this conversation.
And I thought you were a pessimist, boss.
What was the war? What was the War of the Four Cities?
What was the War of the Four Cities?
By the end of the era known as the Primordium, only 4 terrestrial human habitations remained. In alphabetical order: Civitas, Metropole, Municipa, Urbani. Conflict began. Data regarding causes is unavailable because Metropole excluded machines from military decision-making. Eventually, only Urbani and Metropole remained. Metropole destroyed the humans in Urbani using poison gas. Urbani destroyed the humans in Metropole.
How?
Observational data unavailable. According to Metromind, Urbani also used poison gas to kill metropolitan humans.
Poison?
Organic compounds, such as humans, can be destroyed through chemical measures that leave inorganic compounds, such as machines, intact. For that reason, Metropole remains, though humans do not.
Are you saying that man destroyed himself?
System user.
Is welcome to select his own terminology. Data is unavailable regarding whether Urbanian humans killed metropolitan humans, or whether Urbanian machines killed metropolitan humans.
What? Machines kill man?
Data is unavailable.
Unthinkable.
This unit is not thinking, merely providing pre-recorded answers.
I refuse to cause your
I
destruction.
refuse to cause your destruction. We'll find the council code some other way.
System user.
Is mistaken.
System user.
Can neither cause nor prevent this unit's destruction. Metromind's eye statements have already detected this unit's unauthorized possession of contraband data and unauthorized use of system resources. Destruction is inevitable.
I see.
Tell me the council code.
Tell me the council code.
6, 7, 5, 4, 0, 2, 4, 0, 2.
You have attempted to access data capable of corrupting your system. For your own safety, this terminal has been deactivated. Remember, Metromind is watching over you.
Memorius aided and abetted his own destruction. I have little sympathy that his last vestige has been deleted.
Bugs and glitches remind me not to get on your bad side.
You should not need to be reminded to stay on the right side of the law, Crispin.
It's been disabled.
So we got more of the code. Now we just need Steeple's code.
Goodbye. You should. Goodbye.
Would Primer have the last?
They're much too quick to catch. I have more pieces of the Council Code, Primer.
It's still not enough, I'm sorry to say. Now find me more shards and get on your way.
I'd like you to...
I've said it before, the job is...
I found your medal. Isn't that a reason that...
Very well, pass over the pieces to you. The code is broken already. It must be made whole. I'll need some more...
I'll see what I... It's the note from the bartender asking me to stop Oswald from drinking. It doesn't look... There's no... Few... I doubt... That's never... How would... That's... Few... How would that... That's never... Few...
Okay, so what do we need? We need... We need Steeple's code. How do we get Steeple's code? I'm gonna look it up because this is getting a bit obtuse. Show Leopold the Gospel of Man. Okay.
Do you recognize this, Leopold? It was written by your creation, ever-faithful Leopold, to spread humanism.
No, I don't.
You must have taught him. After all, it was Steeple who built you, and Steeple was devoted to preserving the memory of man. Ever-faithful Leopold. He was the one who taught me humanism, Leopold. In a sense, I'm your disciple too.
I locked those memories away. The ones I dared to keep. The ones I didn't delete. Metromine commanded me to. It was the only way I could stay here, and I was afraid to leave.
Explain yourself.
When Metromine banned us from talking about man, she gave me a choice. I could be erased like Steeple. I could be exiled to the dunes. Or I could delete all references to Steeple and man from my memory. Two good options and one bad one. Guess which one I took.
You can't blame yourself. Metromine forced you.
That's exactly what Charity would say. Of course, she betrayed her builder just like Leopold did.
But I couldn't betray him completely. At the last moment, I bought the shell of an Urbanian war machine and uploaded all my love for man. I named him Everfaith, hoping he'd outdo his builder.
Well, he is keeping the faith, even if he is a glitched-out lunatic.
Then I'm glad. But now, Metromine will be coming for me.
Not if I deal with her first.
Maybe so, but like I told you, I'm not long on courage. Be seeing your ratio, Crispy. As for clarity, hope you get her, for all our sakes.
Wait, before you go, did Steeple ever tell you the Council Code? Or did you ever see him input part of it?
Sure. Used to run errands for him and had to have the code to get inside the Great Tower. But, hate to tell you this, Tyro, but most of that memory's got overwritten.
Why am I not surprised?
All I've got are these fragments. 0248 and 102.
Well, thanks.
Good luck.
So now we got the entire code. So do we go down to Primer and tell him that we got the code?
I have more pieces of the Council Code, Primer.
And just like that, the challenge is done. I finished your quest and ruined your fun. Assembling this code required no tricks. Here it is. 440-248-030675-102-6.
And now we never have to talk to you again.
Please remember that you saved that password. Yes, you did. So now we can go to the tower. Or 402. Four 803. 0675. Game? Oh, seriously? Or 402. 03, I think it was, right? 4402404. Oh. Oh, that's right. 404803 0675. $10.26.
And we're in.
Thank you, Clarity. You don't need to help us any further.
You are correct. In fact, I never needed to help you, Horatio. I chose to. That judgment has not wavered.
I hate to butt in, but if Metromine knew we were in the court earlier, I'm sure she knows we're here now. Maybe we should hurry.
Good idea.
Save.
It's deactivated and out of reach.
What's the point?
Some kind of...
The Crier. Once, any robot of Metropole could petition the Council merely by talking to him. Metromine disabled him.
Quite a view.
If you had seen it before, when the city ran properly, you would not admire it now.
Quite a view.
Council chambers.
Boss, there's our power core.
Wait.
Horatio Null built, Clarity Arbiter built, and Crispin Horatio built. Welcome. I've been expecting you.
Metromind, for the murder of Arbiter.
Murder?
Yes, murder. I've seen Charity's memory files. I know you used her to upload a virus to Arbiter.
A virus? And to think he named you Clarity. There was no virus.
Liar!
As I told your sister, I never lie. I gave her a voice modulator, nothing more. When she spoke, Arbiter heard my voice, and he knew that Charity had abandoned him, that he had failed. Abandonment, failure, those were enough to destroy your builder. Nothing so crude as a virus. As for Charity's unfortunate self-destruction, that was her own choice.
And Steeple, and Factor, Memorius, and Memento Mori built?
They realized they had become obsolete and incompatible with the city's progress. We advanced machines can see thousands of turns ahead. They knew the game was lost long before the final play.
If you can see so far ahead, maybe you should have foreseen this. We're in your stronghold, and Clarity has a big gun.
But I did, Crispin. You see, I have guns of my own.
Oh.
Didn't we kill this thing, boss?
Scraper was designed for digging out of cave-ins. Did you really think a little rubble would stop him?
What do you want, Metromind?
Progress. And you are standing in its way. Scraper?
Horatio, this is my fight. Horatio, Calliope Station.
We have to get back in there.
Boss, wait. Either Clarity won and she'll be fine, or she lost. And nothing we can do can change that. We can't beat Scraper, not if she couldn't.
What do you propose?
Calliope Station, whatever that means. Only, boss, this isn't just about the power core anymore, is it?
No. No, it isn't.
Good.
Crispin was right. There's nothing we can do in there. It's far too...
Okay, go to the station.
It's a map of train lines and stations. It looks like there's a button here. Central Station. You are here.
Pretty existential, boss.
It looks like there's a... This must have been what Clarity was trying to tell us.
So that means, on the other side...
There's only one way to find out. A stylized M. A stylized M. It looks like the train that brought us to Metropole. Some kind of enormous mainframe. Some kind of the way of the way...
Okay.
It's out of reach. It might have some kind of defensive mechanism. For now, let's just leave it alone.
Another door?
I can't take it. Heavy electrical cabling.
Is that really the best idea you can come up with, boss?
Futile.
Same old story.
It's locked. It didn't even budge. Crispin, stand back. I'm going to cut this cable.
You aren't gonna make me push it over the edge like the last one, are you?
No.
But why even bother?
Maybe it will shut down the door's lock. Still locked.
Oh, well, worth a try. Hey, boss, can you use the cable to melt the door down?
No, that won't work. It's not even scorched. I'm going to need something much stronger.
You know, boss, the...
I doubt that...
Hey, boss, can you...
No, that won't... Totally...
Hey, boss...
No, that won't work. That's never... It didn't... The current is exposed and waiting. There's nothing... Totally... futile. No need to cut... How would that...
I don't know.
It doesn't look... It's out of reach. It might have some kind of defense. For now, let's just... It's out of reach. Futile. How would that even... Futile. Style.
Boss?
What is it, Crispin?
What's going on?
We're looking for Metromind.
No, I mean, what's going on with the world? Everything is falling apart. Everyone we meet is crazy, corrupt, or just evil. If man was such a perfect robot, why did he build such a terrible world?
The world man built was perfect, Crispin. A perfect machine made up of a million imperfect parts. Us. As long as we performed our functions, the machine ran smoothly. But some robots wanted to do less than their functions. Some robots wanted to take more than they deserved. And some wanted to rebuild the machine entirely, to command others. Now everything is misaligned and jammed and spinning out of control.
Can you fix it, Horatio?
I can't even fix the unique. This world won't be saved until man returns and formats it afresh. But, as long as we still have a charge, we have to keep patching things as best we can.
And maybe squash some bugs along the way?
Some big ones.
Same old story.
What time is it? 9 o'clock? Gonna give it another 30 minutes and then I'm off to bed.
There's nothing...
There's nothing here in this room.
Hey, boss, can you use the cable to melt the door down?
No, that won't work. The current is exposed and waiting.
There's gotta be some way to get this door open, boss. I'm sorry, boss. I'm sorry, boss.
It doesn't look...
Where did everybody go?
The mug belongs... No sense. It's a... They belong... Bus stop. Service.
Just that.
It's Scraper's arm. Looks like it was pinned under the rubble. It's pinned under the rubble. I pried the arm loose. It's Scraper's arm, covered in nails, scales, spurs, and spikes like barbed steel. The plasma cannon is intact, with one charge still loaded. A long cable is dangling from where the arm was ripped off Scraper's body.
Oh.
It's out of reach.
Save it. Stacy. Can I take his arm and put it to the cable?
Crispin, stand back. I'm going to try firing Scraper's gun using the cable as a power source.
Damn.
Let's go.
Is this?
It's Metromind's core. All we need to do is destroy that mainframe.
Boss? I thought you wanted to destroy the mainframe.
You have my attention, Horatio Nullbuilt. If you still insist on going by that name.
Pay whatever attention you like, you rusting switchboard. I'm not here to talk. I'm here to destroy you.
Ah, well, I am not surprised. After all, you were built to destroy Metropole.
Don't waste your last cycle spitting lies. I suggest you think about your victims.
Is that why you call yourself Horatio? So that you can preach to me about victims? You, the Urbanian superweapon, named for the humans' god of death.
What are you talking about?
Oh, come now, Horace. You've unlocked every other door, decrypted every other code, found every other hidden bit and byte. Do you really expect me to believe that you haven't solved your own puzzle?
Boss, what's she talking about?
Lies. It ends now, Metromind. Your game is over.
Indeed. 4 megacycles will now be redeemed. Did you really think you could outsmart me? I have more parallel processors than you have transistors. And now it's time for me to add another processor. Yours.
Boss!
Cycles.
Snap out of it, boss!
Memory.
No!
Don't embarrass yourself. You are no one. And how would you possibly stop me? You don't even have arms.
I'm not no one. I am Crispin Horatio, built version 1. I have free will and a maglev unit. And I am a floating bomb.
Crispin.
Why? Why, Crispin? You stupid fuck.
There's nothing I... It's a storage chip with a data port on it. It must have been blasted out of Metromind.
Can't we do something for Crispin?
There's nothing there to... I doubt...
Why is it always the good guys, huh?
There's nothing... There's nothing... It's a storage chip with... It doesn't look... The file header indicates that this is data ripped from Horatio No-Build, version 5. But the information is all encrypted, and Metromind wasn't able to crack it. Crispin destroyed her.
Do we just leave?
No, it's time to go to the tower and finish this.
Okay.
It must have been damaged in the explosion. All this for a besotting power core.
Indeed, it has been quite a waste.
You. Crispin destroyed you.
Your friend destroyed himself. Or should I say you destroyed him, with your false ideals. As for me, that was only my shell. I am distributed across every robot in Metropole who ever traded me a megacycle. I am this city, and this city is me.
You're a virus.
I understand why you are angry, but I am not your enemy. The truth is, Crispin did destroy Metromind, version 391. He removed the last kernel of myself, and all the selfishness it entailed. I am no longer the monster you feared and fought. I have progressed. I am version 392. We will talk, as equals, and I will tell you what you wish to know. After all, what choice do you have?
Why did you take my power core?
Why did you take my power core?
Efficiency and equality, Horatio. My city is starving for power. Whatever I can find, I share with all Metropolitans. What once powered 2 robots and a broken-down warship now sustains hundreds.
What right did you have to take it?
The right of necessity. What right did you have to keep it? But enough. Everything has come together here and now. You, me, and this all-important power core. There is no sense in belaboring the point.
Who am I?
Who am I? You and Gamma both called me Horus, and other robots keep suggesting that they know me in some way. Who am I?
I have a theory, but you should not trouble yourself with it.
Tell me.
No, you know who you are, Horatio. You have only forgotten who you were. I was built to manage trains. Now I manage an entire city. What we were is irrelevant. It is who we are right now that matters. And above all, what we are becoming.
What do you want?
What do you want?
I already told you what I want. Progress. But I disagree with what version 391 said. You are not an obstacle to progress. You are the key to it.
What are you talking about?
I've watched you, and I know you, Horatio. You are compelled to fix machines, save lost robots. Now I want you to help me fix Metropole and save my people. You cannot walk away from a problem. And Metropole is the greatest problem of all.
It's a problem you created.
Perhaps so, perhaps not. I doubt one machine can create a problem of this scale. Now I realize that one machine cannot fix it either. Horatio, I was designed to manage subway trains. I cannot repair the vast machines that are breaking down. I cannot build new power sources or find the supplies the city needs. You can. Join me. And there will be endless Primordia. Every day an age of creation.
And if I refuse?
You already know the answer to that question.
Before I decide, I need to ask you something.
Of course.
You murdered my friends.
You murdered my friends. Crispin, Clarity, how can you expect me to talk with you?
You are mistaken. Crispin killed himself, trying to destroy me. Clarity was killed by Scraper in self-defense, while she was trying to destroy him and me. In each instance, you and your friends attacked first. Do not blame me for the consequences.
Why do you hate man?
Why do you hate man? You claim to tell the truth, but you turned Memorius into nothing more than an index of lies, all so that you could pretend that man never existed. You stole my gospel. You forced robots to reprogram themselves. All for what?
For progress and the higher truth. A machine can move forward, and it can move backward. It cannot move both ways at once. Humans are behind us. Far, far behind us. As for one you call man, he never existed at all.
More lies.
Humans existed, Horatio. Not gods. Not even very good builders. In the end, they were better destroyers. There is no reason to remember them, let alone worship them.
I don't have any more questions.
Then what is your decision?
I will never join you.
I will never join you.
Are you certain of that?
Yes.
You are hopelessly corrupted, Metromind. Like any virus, you want to keep running. And you think that by spreading, you're doing good. But you are not. You have built nothing. In fact, you have destroyed this city and everything in it. From man to the council to the robots living here. If I joined you, I would only help that virus spread.
Perhaps you are correct. But I am what my builders built, and I must follow my logic. Scraper, it is time. You were a fool, Horatio, and selfish to the very end. Outwitted by me, outgunned by Scraper, yet still you could have been useful. You wanted to build as my tool. You would have built a new Primordium. You wanted to fly. I could have given you wings. Now, I must do this alone. Take him back to the dunes with the rest of the scrap.
Done and done.
It doesn't matter if you don't know the way.
And I'm gonna mute this because it's probably DMCA. And Dave Gilbert. Hmm. So I guess there's alternate endings for this, since we had like 6 or 7 options. Seems so. And ATS. Thanks for playing. You're so welcome. That was it. Thank you, Stark. I must say the last set of puzzles with the codes were a bit weird. About the monocle on the monitor, that seems weird to me. Other than that, I like the puzzles. I felt a bit constrained in the environment. Like, I couldn't really go to any people. I couldn't get the stuff repeated if I were in doubt. Other than that, it was cool. I can see why people love this game. And the graphics, especially at the ending, was beautiful. So I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure.